Bright light was soaring through my eyes and it was kind of hurting me. I was standing there to deliver the presentation, and unlike sighted persons, I had prepared it all. I had every slide in my mind, all by heart, and just 14 slides. I knew I could complete this in 15 minutes. That's the time they had allotted me. I was in Bangalore. It was a five-star hotel, and I was auditioning for Shark Tank. Yeah, the same show. It was the first season of Shark Tank in India, and Sony had invited me to participate in the auditioning. The application process was a tedious one. I completed the application form, which was, of course, it was online. I completed it in 3 days, and after going through my profile, they thought that my story would be nice. A blind entrepreneur, a blind doctor, trying to raise venture capitalist investment. We were not even sure about who the sharks were going to be, but still, I applied. I was a regular listener of Shark Tank. That's the better word, I think. So I used to be a follower. I have read this book, The Psychology of Money, and Fubu. Yeah, I forgot his name. I have watched some episodes, and more than getting an investment for DoFoodie, I was interested in getting a valuation done for DoFoodie. So it was 3 years into DoFoodie, and it was back in 2021. It was during the COVID pandemic years, and I think it was the month of August, September 2021. That's like 2 years ago, and I had traveled to Bangalore with my personal assistant, Vipin, who is now running his own dairy farm, by the way. And we reached there. We stayed there at my cousin's place, who works in Bangalore. My brothers, who also lives in Bangalore, they were here at that time because of the COVID pandemic lockdown situation. They were working from home, and so I had to stay at my cousin's place. And the presentation started. I was all mic'd up, and the light, it was too bright for my eyes. Whenever I come across bright light, my eyes starts watering. It is really painful, and I knew I had to bear this pain and finish off this presentation in a convincing manner. And so I continued the presentation till the last slide was over. I think I pitched for a 20% an investment opportunity for the sharks at a valuation of 130 CR. That's 130 crores. So 1 crore is 100 lakhs or 10 million. So that was the asking price. Maybe the valuation was too much for them, but I still had to do it. It was my first experience auditioning for an international show. And I did it. I completed it. I went through all the slides. It took me 2 weeks to prepare the slides. I had read several books on how to make the slides pretty, the font, everything I did with the help of my then personal assistant. And of course, I got help from my co-founder. They were all optimistic, and I knew I had a good story because the story of a blind entrepreneur pitching in front of sharks, that was kind of cool. As I expected, they didn't grant me the nod, and my journey in Shark Tank ended with the auditions. So ever since 2021, I haven't applied for any other pitching rounds, and I stopped. We as a team, the board in our company decided to bootstrap DoFoodie, and That's how we are still running even today. So whatever investment are required in DoFoodie, I put it from my own pocket. And my co-founder, who is also the CTO, he comes up with the changes in the app, the website, the backend, and that's his investment. Yeah, the code and all the product development, that's his side. I take care of all the rest. So that's my story of how I pitched at Shark Tank. I had the experience of pitching in front of venture capitalists and angel investors. I've done it 3 times earlier, and this time I was optimistic, but all the questions that I faced, I was able to give them an answer, but maybe they didn't like the valuation. I don't know what happened, but they asked me to audition the next time. Of course, I did get an invitation to audition in 2022, but I declined the offer and decided to stay put. If you are wondering what venture capitalist is what angel funding is, it's a kind of investment which other persons, those with investors, investors, there are several types of investors, they put money into your business and in turn they take a share from your business. It's like a percentage. You give part of your business to them, they put the money in. You can use that money to grow up your business, scale it up, make it profitable, and then they exit. That's how most startups work. So that was the big idea when I also decided to go with VC funding. But I then decided not to go ahead. You might think that I stopped chasing the VC funds because it was difficult to get funding. You can think so. You have every right to think like that. But I know if I set my mind on something, I'll be able to do it. If I set apart 1 or 2 months of my time, all my other work, and do this one single task every day, I'll be able to secure funding for DoFoodie. But that's not what I want. I want to learn the trade of business. I want to learn entrepreneurship. I want to learn how bootstrapping works. And I want to learn it the dirty way. And that's why we decided to bootstrap DoFoodie. That was a big decision, by the way. And whenever it comes to making decisions in entrepreneurship, it is huge because each decision could be the beginning of a new era in your business, or it could be the end of that business. So it does matter on which direction the decision goes. So I talk about everything, about investment, about funding, how you can manage your finances, expenditure, expenses, budgeting, and maintain all the statements, the profit and loss statement, the cash flow statements, everything. In short, briefly, so that you don't get scared when you hear about these terms, when you start your own business. In my course, that's where I elaborate on these topics. The course is called Launch Your First Online Business as a Blind Entrepreneur, and that course is available in Udemy. It's also available in www.moneyisblind.com. You can go there and sign up for the course and learn how to become a successful blind entrepreneur, just like what I aspire to be. So I have multiple streams of income. I'm not chasing jobs. I am happy with the businesses that I run online, and I want you guys to do the same. And that's what Money is Blind podcast is all about. So if you are liking what you are listening to right now, consider subscribing to the show. Press on the follow button, or if it's the subscribe button, press on that thing. Give the show a good 5-star review. Check out the links in the show notes and, of course, sign up for the course. I will talk to you tomorrow. I'm signing off. My name is Prasoon. You guys take care. Bye bye.